going on, MMA fans? I'm here to do my Strikeforce Melendez versus Thomson predictions on this event taking place, I believe, on Friday. I'm going to run over the 4 fights on the main card. Compelling fights. This card's pretty good top to bottom. I'm going to start off with the first fight is Nampon versus Billy Evangelista. Nampon, of course, great Taekwondo background, has got ever-improving wrestling and jiu-jitsu skills. He's fought some of the best guys at the weight class, J.Z. Cavalcanti, Josh Thomson, Rob McCullough. Billy Evangelista, coming out of his kickboxing background, has been improving on his jiu-jitsu skills and his wrestling. Last fight was against Marlon Sims, and also fought Clint Coronel. The Marlon Sims fight, I believe, went to the 3rd round, and he got a registered TKO or a knockout, one of the two. Stylistically in this fight, I think Nampon is more well-rounded than Billy Evangelista. I think he's got the experience factor. I think that he can pick apart Evangelista at points in this fight, standing up, use his jab, inside the leg kicks, and then if he starts losing on the feet, take the fight to the ground, where Evangelista might be just a little bit more lacking than Nampon is. And I'm going to pick Nampon via unanimous decision. I think he wins this fight via a decision. Next fight, Joe Riggs versus Luke Stewart. Joe Riggs, of course, has fought at so many weight classes in his career. He's fought at heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight. Fought some of the best guys in the world. He's fought Eugene Jackson, Diego Sanchez, Ivan Salivary, Joe Dorkson, Nick Diaz, Mike Swick, Jason Von Flue. The list goes on for him. He's had some great fights. Luke Stewart, his last fight was against Tiki, and actually lost the fight via a decision. Stylistically, I think Riggs has got great boxing skills. He's no stranger to the ground. He's got a good ground game, and I think that Luke Stewart, at times in his career, has had problems against bigger guys. And I don't know how much weight Joe Riggs is going to be cutting in this fight, because I haven't really looked at how big he is outside of the weight class now. But what I will say is that Stewart is going to have a tough time against Joe Riggs, and I think that this fight goes to a decision. I'm going to go with Joe Riggs via unanimous decision. I think Riggs outclasses Stewart on the feet. I think he outclasses Stewart on the ground. But I don't see Riggs finishing Stewart. Stewart is a tough guy to finish, he can pose problems and is a little squirmy sometimes. But I think Riggs takes this fight. I'm going to say unanimous decision. Next fight, Bobby Southworth versus Anthony Ruiz. Southworth, of course, training out of AKA. Last fight was against Anthony Ruiz via the cut stoppage, and I believe it got real controversial. So they decided they're going to put the fight back on for Southworth and Ruiz. Southworth, he has fought Vernon White, Bill Mahood, James Irvin. List goes on for him. Great stand-up. He's got good boxing skills, and he's got some good leg kicks as well. His ground game is ever improving. I think it's a little bit better than Ruiz's. Ruiz, of course, training out of Team Voodoo, who is out of, is it Mississippi or Louisiana? One of the two. It's a down south team, I know that. It's out of either Mississippi or Louisiana. He's fought Brad Imes, Trevor Prangley, Vladimir Machashenko, as I like to rephrase his name to Vladdy. I think Southworth takes this fight. Unlike the first fight, I think that Southworth has got the better of the stand-up exchanges. And if he's smart, I think he can take Ruiz down. And I think he's got a little bit better of a ground game than Ruiz, and I think he can exploit Ruiz on the ground for the most part. And I'm going to go with Bobby Southworth via 2nd round TKO. I think he takes this fight, and he stops Ruiz in the 2nd round. Probably maybe transitions from a couple shots to a takedown, gets inside half guard, maybe to side control, and starts pounding out Ruiz. But I'm going to go with Bobby Southworth. Next fight, Gilbert Melendez versus Josh Thomson. Both these guys are really evenly matched, and this is a great fight for the lightweight championship. You got Gilbert Melendez, who's fought the likes of Michihiro Ishida, Clay Guida, Romino Sato. He's got great cardio, great wrestling, great jiu-jitsu skills, great striking. Trains out of Fairtex, of course, the Cesar Gracie affiliate that's got the Diaz brothers, Jake Shields. Of course, Jake Shields, one of the best grapplers in the world. And then you got Josh Thomson, who, again, he's got a great wrestling base. Transitioned that over into his jiu-jitsu, and then started working on his striking skills. Fought the likes of, Eve Edwards, Hermes Franca, Rob McCullough, Dwayne Ludwig. The list goes on for him. stylistically, I think Melendez has got Thomson beat in 2 areas. I think he's got him beat in the striking, and I think he's got him beat in the cardio. At Melendez's pace at 5 rounds, I find it tough that Thomson's going to be able to keep up with Melendez, and that's something that I question, which really makes me believe that I think Melendez wins this fight. Melendez has had better, takedown defense in the past, and it's gotten even better now, recently. And I really think that Thomson does pose some problems to Melendez, but it's going to be in the early rounds. And if he can't really rock Melendez or get him to the ground and try to work a couple submissions, which Melendez has got a good submission defense, which is going to be tough to submit Melendez. I think Thomson stylistically I think he doesn't match up well with Melendez in this fight. When it goes into the later rounds, I think that Melendez is just going to start picking apart Thomson in the 4th and 5th round, and I think he takes this fight via a unanimous decision. Thomson may win 1 or 2 rounds, but I think that's it. I think Melendez probably just outworks Thomson. Thomson does have decent cardio, but I don't know if it's going to last for 5 rounds, and especially at Gilbert Melendez's pace. So I think Melendez wins this fight. Again, like I said, I think he has better the striking combinations, better cardio, and I think he can withstand most of the takedowns that Thomson, comes at him with, and can, last on the feet with Thomson, because I think he's got, the better of the combinations. So Melendez via a unanimous decision. I will be back the night after, or a couple days after this event, after I watch the fights, to do a review and talk about the fights. So on that note, you guys, have a great day.